Hi and welcome to The Zone. This is the Fantasy Football Zone, your home for everything fantasy football. My name is Dennis Musau.
The ideal guy, Mark Leon Cavale.
Pompey, the big deal himself. For all the fantasy football fans, this is the show for you.
And here's what we have lined up on our show for you today. For Game Week 5, we'll be looking at the players to watch and potential differentials for our FPL teams. Also, we'll be discussing, when picking your FPL assets, whether to consider form or fixture. Stay tuned for this and so much more.
We'd love to say a big thank you to each and every one of you who supported us thus far. You've journeyed with us, keep on watching the content, keep on liking it, commenting. The engagement is absolutely fantastic. We're still on a journey to 1,000 subscribers. You are a big part of it. Have you not yet subscribed? Please head there and do so immediately and click that notification bell to get notifications whenever new videos come up. So please rush there right now.
After a well-deserved international break, Game Week 5 is finally upon us. Gentlemen, how do you feel about Game 5?
Excited.
Yeah.
Excited.
Afraid.
Afraid. To be honest, there's more to be afraid of than excited. Before we go further, let's look at the menu for Game Week 5.
On Saturday, we have an early kickoff of the Merseyside derby. Everton vs Liverpool. Will Liverpool redeem themselves from a shameful defeat? Then Chelsea will host Southampton at the Stamford Bridge. Will the Saints experience Saturday blues? Also, there's an interesting one. Manchester City vs Arsenal. Will the student Mikel Arteta grab points from the teacher Pep Guardiola at the Etihad? And for the late kickoff on Saturday, an injured Manchester United will be hosted by the Magpies, Newcastle. On Sunday, two teams that are looking to get the first points of this season face off as Sheffield United host Fulham. Then, the Battle of the Birds. Seagulls travel to the Eagles as Crystal Palace host Brighton. And also, an informed Tottenham Hotspur will face a resilient West Ham United. And finally on that day, a hot Aston Villa will be hosted by Leicester City. And on Monday, West Brom face Burnley for the first fixture of this day, and for the final fixture of Game Week 5, we have Leeds United host Wolverhampton Wanderers. Let the games begin.
Aya, from what you've seen, right?
Yes.
What will you be serving from all those fixtures?
I mean, the Merseyside derby.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And it's the early kickoff. I mean, how a better way
To welcome us
into
from
Game Week 5.
for
into-
sure.
Yeah, I mean, and from the battering Liverpool got from Aston
At
Villa.
Aston Villa.
This is a game to watch.
What do you think about that match?
I think that Liverpool is going to be looking to come back
Yeah.
again. But again, Everton is so much on fire.
Yeah.
These guys can beat anyone who comes their way.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a thrilling match.
Yeah.
And I hope it's not one of those nil-nil Merseyside derbies.
Yeah.
I really
From an FPL aspect, I feel like it's a very risky match.
Yes.
very.
What do you think? The Everton assets, James, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, there's Salah, Mane on
There's
this other
Akina
side.
Robertson.
And when you look at this fixture historically, there's been a few nil-nils. that
Coming
have
from
they've played
Goodison
out.
Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very tricky because you can't go. You would have to sacrifice somewhere.
Yeah.
So you'd either go for a clean sheet
Yeah.
or just for attacking return from the defenders,
Yeah.
or just go for a full attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about your players to watch, right? You've seen the fixtures.
Yes.
Difficult fixtures. On paper, we can say this game week.
Yeah.
Who are we looking at as potential players to watch for Game Week 5?
No, I like the fixture for Manchester City and Arsenal. It's an exciting one to see, of course, how the new signings are going to rack up against themselves. But
By new signings, I hope you mean Partey.
No, Thomas.
No,
No Partey.
well, but there's Diaz as well, who's also at City.
Yeah.
So, but again, I really like the look of Laka.
Yeah.
You know, he has 3 goals in 3 over the last 3 Premier League games. I think his form is really up there. And again, I expect probably he could actually score in this Man City game. He's well rested as well. He never played
International
break.
Yes.
He never played even a game against the previous game that Arsenal played.
Yeah, against Liverpool.
Against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I think Laka is a very good shout.
Yeah.
In that Arsenal.
Yeah, interesting. For sure, I agree. Lacazette. It's a mystery why Mikel Arteta didn't go with Lacazette for the game against Liverpool.
Yeah.
He's a big game scorer.
Yeah.
Again, when Arsenal are playing these big teams, usually Lacazette is the one who's coming up with the goals. So let's hope this time he won't make that same mistake. Arteta.
And what about Nketiah? Will he start over Lacazette?
Yeah. But however, he's played a lot of international games.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Laka is well rested.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, also you need to look at Laka in line with the other 8.5 strikers that are out there.
Yeah.
Danny Ings, you know, you have the likes of Jimenez. But again, Laka looks more on form than, you know, any of them.
Yeah. Okay, so Lacazette for you.
Yeah.
Who are you looking at as a potential player to watch?
I want to be biased this time.
Okay.
I'm going for Rashford. I mean, we were battered.
Yeah.
A good one.
Humble.
We were humble.
We enjoyed such a peaceful international break.
Yeah, so I'm going for Rashford
Yeah.
because of the red card of Anthony Martial.
Yeah.
So that means Rashford will be pushed further forward as a 9. So that will make him having more bonus points and points from being the number 9.
Yeah. Okay, but to be honest, there's a bit of a conundrum there because Ole Gunnar can throw in Odion Igalo in the game. That changes.
But that works well for Rashford because he'll bring up the hold-up play.
Yeah.
So that will open up space for Rashford.
For Rashford,
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
Okay, let's wait and see.
I mean, again, it's there's news that possibly Bruno is a doubt. So again, you know, you want to consider a good 9.5 mid for Man United.
Although if Bruno is a doubt in that Man United team, the creativity question is now
That's right.
wide open.
I don't think so. I mean, Donny van de Beek fills that position.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the best qualities, but he really takes
for
up
sure.
that
We've
time.
not had a chance to see him in his full glory.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Again, Rashford can be on penalties if Bruno is not there.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's definitely an
And it's
advantage.
Manchester United we're talking about.
Yeah, you remember how they started against Tottenham?
Yeah.
They thought they had it.
We can, you know, let's
Repeat
get
the
us-
same
So,
fate.
penalty is always
Okay.
yeah.
Remember Newcastle beat them
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
this
so,
fixture
yes.
last season.
Yes.
That's right.
So let's wait and see how that plays out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, I'm looking at a Chelsea asset. To be honest, that Chelsea team is one where we are spoiled for choice, especially now that Pulisic is back, Ziyech is back. Like that whole team, we're not sure how Lampard is going to line up. But I'm looking at Kai Havertz. I'm feeling like it's about time that Kai Havertz justifies his price tag, both in FPL and also the transfer fee that was forked out for him. Had a good international break, 3 assists and a goal, and he's finally getting into the groove.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe against Southampton at home, it's his time maybe to
But
shine.
don't you think we'll have a Frank Roulet?
Yeah.
I mean,
Rotation.
yes.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I feel like we are not too sure,
Okay.
but Havertz is one of those people who he has to be in that lineup.
Okay.
Just because of the price tag especially, he can't afford to start him on the
But
bench.
again, he's a very creative player.
Yeah.
So again, Frank Lampard leads there.
Yeah. Okay, so basically those are the 3 players. Any honorable mention that you think is also likely to be a player to watch?
I'd go for Stuart Dallas
Yeah.
against Wolves.
Yeah.
We've seen Wolves are not the Wolves that we knew.
Yeah.
They're shipping in goals, and Dallas
Yeah.
Dallas is Dallas is really streaming in.
Yeah.
He played as a midfielder almost,
Yeah.
so he can give you something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Dallas and Ayling,
It's high time we start noticing the Leeds fullbacks.
Yeah.
They haven't really convinced in terms of returns.
Yeah.
However, I think they're really showing potential of attacking.
Yeah, when you look at their influence, especially in the match,
Yes.
they are doing a lot. It's
Yeah.
just that they're not getting the assists,
They're not at the end
or
of
the
the-
goals.
Yes.
Goals,
But
assists, yeah.
it's about time that they also
They
start
produce.
registering some
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically players to watch, those are the ones that we are looking at. Engage us in our comment section. Let us know what you think about our players to watch. And if perhaps you have spotted any that we have missed out, we would love to hear your comments. Let's talk about differentials. 4 game weeks in, gentlemen, you've seen how differentials are basically determining the season for many FPL managers so far.
That's true.
When you look at game week 5,
Yes.
who are the potential differentials that we're looking at for game week 5?
I'm going for John McGinn. At his price, 5.5, with 3 assists and a goal against Liverpool. I think I have to go. I have to go for just
John
one
McGinn,
Villa asset and my guy, John McGinn.
Interesting you should mention Villa assets,
Yes.
because I feel like for the first time, it's such a weird feeling that there are so many FPL assets to consider from that Aston Villa team.
Yes.
We're looking at Tyrone Mings, there's the keeper, Emi Martinez,
Yes.
there's McGinn,
Konsa.
there's Konsa, there's Barkley.
Watkins.
Without mentioning, Jack Grealish, Oli Watkins. It feels like it's the whole team. Also, Matty Cash. Matty Cash is also doing well. I've mentioned Martinez. It's like the whole 11.
That's a crazy thing, especially for a Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but again, I mean, I'm really still waiting to see how that Villa team shapes up.
Yeah.
I know they're going to be good this season. However, where are the points coming from?
Yeah.
Is it we can't really rely on them doing what they did to Liverpool
Consistently.
Yeah. However, I know that goals could come because it could possibly come from McGinn, Barkley, or Grealish in midfield.
Watkins as well.
And Watkins. So I think we need first of all just see where the goals are really coming from.
Okay.
And consider.
All right. So McGinn is the differential.
Yes.
Assuming many people are gonna go for
Grealish
Grealish and Watkins.
Yes.
He's what?
For obvious reasons.
Yeah. He's what, 4% owned.
Yeah.
So
With 5.5.
Okay, so Jack Grealish, let's wait and see how that plays out.
that's right.
John
Aston Villa are
McGinn.
playing against John McGinn. Are
Yes.
playing against
Aston Villa, Leicester.
Leicester.
Yeah.
Interesting fixture right there.
Interesting.
Away at Leicester.
Yes.
Okay.
They're good.
Who are you looking at as a potential differential?
I mean, for me, I'm going for Mope.
Yeah.
I like the look of Mope.
Yeah.
So far, you know, he's played some really good teams. You know, Man United, Chelsea, and he's scoring against them.
4 goals
He has
so
4
far.
goals so far and an assist. You know, for your striker to be at a 6.5 million.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially a budget striker.
a budget striker. I think for me, Neil Mope is good. And again, he's on penalties.
Yeah.
So I think Neil Mope for me stands out.
Okay. Brighton have a nice fixture against Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Away.
Crystal Palace have looked a bit shaky. Even defensively, they're not, you can't say
Really
solid.
sound, yes.
And when you see how that Brighton team are playing, especially going forward, they are a menace. Trossard, Lamptey winning penalties. Solimatch as well.
They're dangerous going forward.
So, okay, Neil Mope is definitely one to look
Big
at.
shout, yeah.
Okay. For me, I think it's a name that you wouldn't consider as a differential. I talk about Riyad Mahrez, right? We have a lot of controversy right now about that Man City team, whether Kevin De Bruyne is going to be fit or not, Sterling whether he's going to be fit or not. We know Kun Aguero is not yet there. Jesus as well is not yet there. So when you look at that team, yes, they have a difficult fixture against Arsenal, and it's funny we should call that fixture difficult. But the recent past has shown Mikel Arteta's Arsenal is perhaps not as complacent. They are more defensively solid. But in this fixture, over the years, Man City have won with a clean 3-goal margin. You know, so we don't know whether history is going to repeat itself or it's time for status quo to be overturned. But if Man City are going to get anything out of this game, I feel like Riyad Mahrez has to be right in the middle of the action.
You mentioned something interesting about the doubt of Sterling, KDB. What does that mean? That means that possibly he is on penalties. So he's a really good pick. Now the question could be, should I pick him over Foden? Foden, who is much cheaper than he is. I would say Mahrez at this time. However, it's not bad to look at Foden as well
As an option.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so any other honorable mention, perhaps as potential differentials, or those ones suffice for now?
Those ones are
The difficult fixtures. It's hard to pinpoint differentials.
Yeah.
But
How about Nicola Pepe? in that Arsenal team.
He is actually.
But my problem is, will he start? You know, we've seen Willian starting on that flank.
Yeah. Although of recent past, Willian has not quite been performing.
Yeah. So my question would be, what will mean for that addition of Partey?
Yeah.
Would Arteta put Willian as a 10?
Yeah.
And put
a formation change,
yes,
maybe.
a formation change.
Yeah.
So that would be my issue right there.
Okay.
You mentioned differentials. Honorable picks. I removed Harvey Barnes last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he's still an honorable mention?
He's an honorable mention. However, he needed to get out of my team.
All right, so there you have it. Our differential players for game week 5. John McGinn, Aston Villa. Yeah. We have Riyad Mahrez, Man City, and Neil Maupay, Brighton Albion. Yeah. Let us know on our comment section what you think about our differential picks, and perhaps who have you spotted that we may have missed out on as a possible differential for game week 5.
Sure.
Thus far, settling on a captain choice has proven to be the most daunting task yet. Gentlemen, when we look at game week 5, first of all, let's discuss when you're deciding who to captain.
Yeah.
Do you consider form or fixture?
This season has proven something different. Before I'd go for fixtures, but now I think I'm going for form. Because there are players that you must have before the party ends. So I'm going for form.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think I agree as well. The aspect of form is a very big one, because remember last season, Pookie Party. The Pookie Party started and we went with it for the first 10 game weeks. After that, it died. And even then, he had very favourable fixtures. Now, again, this season, look at players who are on form. Calvert-Lewin, DCL is on form. Do you jump onto him now? I think so. You know, but then now the players the fixtures look really great, like Chelsea players. Fixtures look really great at home,
but they're not really producing.
However, they're not really producing. They're not on form. So I think form is really one to consider. However, the players who fixture
favors them.
Favors them.
Is there any you have in mind particularly who perhaps is favored by fixtures? Can we talk about Mo Salah at home? That whole discussion about Salah's home form.
There's that. There's also Vardy. At home, especially against Arsenal.
Especially, but there are those players who there are matches that really favor them to score. And it's interesting because you remember that match, Leicester versus Man City. A lot of us went for Man City players because we thought it was an easier fixture for Man City. But it turned out to be, not what we expected. Okay, so I guess so far how the season is shaping up, form is what will dictate more rather than fixture, right?
The fixture difficulty as well.
Okay.
And then that will help you and guide you
how to go about it. Having said that, then, when we are looking at game week 5, who are the favorites for the armband this game week?
I mean, for me, you have to look at Tottenham. Tottenham is on fire at the moment. Of course, Kane and Son are the ones who are really racking up all the goals, assists. So definitely Kane, Son, one to shout out.
Or either of them.
I'd go for Salah. Looking at Liverpool and the doubtful where we are at the position where we don't know Mane is starting or not. And
but he's back in training.
He's back.
But we're not sure whether he's going to start.
So we are not sure yet. So I'd give Salah the armband for this derby.
Despite the fact that he's up against a rejuvenated Everton side.
That makes me even more curious, just wanting to put an armband over Salah, because Klopp would want also to put a statement out there that Liverpool are the champions.
I'm sure Carlo Ancelotti wants to put out a statement as well. What do you think about now Dominic Calvert-Lewin, for example, as a potential captain?
No, he is
because he's a man on form. International as well, made a debut again in England, scored. What do you make of
Dominic Calvert-Lewin? Is one to really look at. In that Everton team, I personally think that game could have a number of goals. Unlike the previous Merseyside derbies at Everton's place, I think this one could have a bit of goals. Everton is weak defensively. That's the truth. So I also back Salah.
Remember Alan and Gomez injured. That makes
they're injured doubts for this match.
As much as they win, they also concede a lot of goals.
Yeah.
And again, this is Liverpool. They'll try to look to have a comeback.
Yeah.
And
They have the pedigree.
Yeah.
Okay, so far we have Son, we have Harry Kane, we have Mo Salah. Those are more or less the favorites.
Yes.
Let's talk about perhaps those who, with an outside chance, have a potential of being our captain picks. Let's talk about Bruno Fernandes, Kevin De Bruyne. At this point, the discussion is that we are not too sure whether they're going to feature because of COVID rules in England that are affecting Bruno and Cavani in that instance. Kevin De Bruyne is an injury doubt. So what do you think? Do we take the risk nonetheless, or
I'd take the risk for Bruno Fernandes. I mean, just the word Fernandes gives you a shout for captain. And looking at Newcastle, they've already lost Lewis for injury, John Lewis. So I'd give Bruno my captain armband.
Despite not being certain that he's going to play?
Yes, advise captain someone else.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, Bruno really is one to look at. However, if Bruno doesn't come through, I think Rashford is one to give
the armband,
for Man United.
Yeah, interesting. We haven't mentioned Rashford as a potential captain pick in a long time.
And again, remember, differential captains are the ones who are racking up.
For sure.
It's possibly time to get onto differential captains. And Vardy is also a good pick as well.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm championing for Jamie Vardy as a captain. Of course, Leicester didn't show the best form last time out against West Ham. Got hammered. Was it 3-0 or 4-0? Got hammered 4-0. And they're coming up against an informed Aston Villa side. So there's all that at play. But Vardy is Vardy,
Vardy is Vardy.
And Leicester being Leicester, they're probably going to get a penalty also as well.
I mean, I'd go for this other side. I'd go for a differential Grealish.
As a captain?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he gave you 24 points against Liverpool. So...
Okay. So as you can see, people are spoiled for choice. Okay, let's bring it closer home. Who will you be captaining for game week 5?
I'm going for Harry Kane. With no contender for my team because I don't have Son. So I'm doing the obvious pick, Harry Kane.
Okay. It's a safe bet.
Yes,
this
it is a very safe bet.
Okay.
I'm looking to go with either Son or DCL. Now Vanna is getting out of my team. ASAP.
Let's talk about Vanna. Let's talk about Vanna for a minute because Vanna has shown some good form on international. But he got a goal, he got an assist. So and you saw the chemistry between him and Kai Havertz in Germany. Maybe that could come into the Premier League.
These are two different teams. This is Germany, this is Chelsea.
So you don't have any confidence that Vanna is about to start scoring.
I do not want to miss out on the Calvert-Lewin party that is going on. And again, what bringing in Vanna is as well helping me. I mean, bringing in Calvert-Lewin for Vanna, helping me free up some funds so that I can boost my midfield, especially next week and the coming weeks. I still do not want to use my wildcard, so I'm going to have to take a -4 hit because I brought in Son for Harvey Barnes last week immediately. So and speaking of that, my captain pick is gonna have to be
either
Son
DCL or Son.
DCL.
Okay. For the brave ones out there, Vanna, I think Vanna is a good option.
Why are you tempting me?
Let's just wait and see. Let's wait and see how it plays out. But you know how we have a tendency, like we mentioned last time, of jumping onto players once we've seen them perform, rather than seeing the potential beforehand, and being the one who's in on it.
I'm tired. You see, I'm getting 2 points. I'm not who's getting 2 points. all the guys around me are getting points for this year. I'm tired of Vanna.
As well, for me, to be honest, I think I'm going for the comfortable pick, which is Heung-min Son. Have him in my team, but there's a slight chance that I might decide to go differential and do Rashford.
Brave.
So let's wait and see. But to be honest, the safest bet is usually the bet to go with.
But the safest bets have let us down over the past few weeks.
There's that aspect.
So just try your luck now with differentials.
Okay. So there you have it. Those are some of the players we are looking at as captain picks. Let us know in our comment section who you're considering as your captain for game week 5. That's it for our show. Thank you so much for spending the time with us, and we really appreciate your company. We leave you, as usual, with snapshots of how our team is shaping up for game week 5, and we'll be interested to hear your comments and your talking points come game week 6, right?
Yes.
My name is Dennis Musau.
The ideal guy, Mark Leon Cavalli.
Pompey, the big deal himself.
Interact with us on our social media sites. Thank you so much and God bless.